Welcome back to another spiritual card reading. Look, this reading is absolutely for you. What makes this reading personal to you is that you're here and that you're going to be witnessing it through your own personal eyes and ears and understanding. Look, we are each unique selves in the world. You know this. You are like a set of information that no one else is. You've been collecting that information all through your life, just like I have, just like your neighbors have, just like your family members have, or your significant other, or the one you want to have as your significant other. Everybody around you is an individual self. You're experiencing the world around you in a personal way. Every reading is personal to you if you allow it to be. You're in a relationship with the reading. You're the one who makes it personal. This is not about me telling you what you had for breakfast. Why do you need to know that? So you can believe that I have some kind of psychic ability? Everybody has psychic ability. You do. You have gifts. You have empathy. You feel emotions. You think thoughts. You get information up here. Inspiration. Intuition. Every time you imagine something, you're dealing with your spiritual mind, your spirit, your consciousness. You're able to feel things, to feel emotion. You're an empath. This is all very basic human and spiritual being stuff. The more we practice, the more we allow ourselves to believe that we have all these abilities, the more those abilities start to get reflected back in experiences, the more we just kind of know and take actions on those abilities. So look, this is nothing strange. The reading is for you. Here it is. Just make that decision. If you want it to be personal, just decide that it's personal. And then listen and reflect on what happens. See what it brings up for you. Some of the stuff you hear in the reading is going to be like literal that you're going through right now. Some of it's going to seem like symbolic or metaphorical, kind of similar to what you're going through or what you've been thinking about. A lot of times, it's almost literally exactly like what you were thinking. Comparison. Are you comparing yourself with others? Are you comparing yourself with how things were and how you want them to be? Are you comparing your relationship with other people's relationships? Comparison. What types of comparisons are we making? Are you comparing this type of a reading with a personal reading? This can't be a personal reading, Brian. It's too general because more people are looking at it. Now you know that this whole world, everyone's living in it at the same time. Yet it's extremely personal to them. So be a tree of bark or be a bamboo shoot. Either way, you're gonna experience something very personal in the world. You're having an emotional experience and a mental experience with people and things around you. And there is nothing to compare ourselves to in the way of self-worth. This tree is no better or worse than this tree. They're different. You and I are just a little different. But what is the similarity between us? I'll tell you. The fact that we both are growing up to the light. See? They're both connected to that one space, that consciousness space. And they're both bringing down into the world something new and interesting. You bring down information and activity that no one else brings down in the way you do. This is why there's no reason to compare yourself to others. They can't be you. You can't be them. Thank God we're all different. But in the end, we are the same white light, same consciousness. Underneath this tree of you and them is just a channel of spiritual expression, mental and emotional expression in the world. So the pitfall is to compare ourselves to others. Instead of doing that, we could celebrate the information we're getting and the way we do things as an individual. And that's going to turn comparisons into what? We are the world. Look how it is. There's that third eye, white light coming down into the world, like we were saying. We, us, are the world. All of us together, we make the world. It's a variety. Look at us all. Why compare yourself to someone else? It's just something that's not necessary anymore. Celebrate your individual color of the day, moment, meaning your words and your actions and your emotions that are coming out of you right now. As you do that, you help the world go around. You push light out, express light out like an iris in an eye. You're making your own light and adding it to the world. So instead of like being this orange one looking over at the blue, or let's say being the green one looking over at the brown one, saying, I want to be like them. Don't want to be like them. You want to be like that third eye, that overseer, the one that sees beyond and brings it into the world of our personal self. So there's no reason to compare. Just be you. Be you, and what's going to happen is then you're going to rotate around the world. You're going to change and grow and expand, and you're going to have little interactions with other people where you get to collect some of the good things you see in them, let go of the stuff you don't like, as we're going on the sea of the spin of the world of around and around. We are colorful people with sounds, light coming out of our mouth through our actions, words in a way that no one else puts them together. You're a unique individual. And we all are. Together we make this world go round. Add your unique light to it. Be you. Who else is gonna? I can't be you. You want a personal reading? Be a person in the world who celebrates themselves. Be the one to go up high, see that light, bring it down. Look at it all. Morning affirmations. In the morning, get up and say, I am a unique expression of God, source, universe in the world. I'm going to bend my eyeballs up to the starlight. And I'm going to also express all of the little fishes. What's that? All the little fishes is all your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams, your way of doing things, your tears and your screams, your emotional expressions. You're bringing them all up and out and around. And you're sending them out into the world as light, as light. Be you. Be you. Be beautiful you. Be beautiful you. That's what we will do. We'll just be who we are. Look how I don't know what I'm going to say. I'll allow the light to move me some way. What a miracle, I'm born out of light. So are you when you chop down the trees of comparison and allow that spiritual entity that you are, you can see her right here, boom, boom, breaking out of that comparison to others. So this reading is all about you, Mrs. Miracle, right? And it's not just a miracle, but a miracle, meaning that you are going to be getting all the reflections of the light that you put out into the world. All the things you put out in the world are going to come back down into your personal life. You get them up here, and they come back down here. As experiences, as circumstances. You're a miracle. This is the miracle of life. So really, this reading is very simple. It's about stop comparing ourselves to others. Instead, compare ourselves to a previous version of ourselves. Do that. Be like, oh, look, here is you of yesterday. Ooh, and now you're changing and springing forth as a you of today, as a new you of today. Look, here's you of yesterday, and now you're moving forward to being a different version of you as today. Sometimes we're red and blue, sometimes we're green and orange, sometimes we change right in front of our own eyes. No more comparing ourselves to others. What, you want a card that's going to confirm all this? That's fun to do. Watch, we'll shuffle this one up. All right, Spirit, here we are. We pretty much agree that we are consciousness or awareness, having a unique individual experience in the world as a self. And we've been talking about not comparing ourselves with other selves because each one of us is so unique and valuable, whatever. And then we have Brian shuffling up the cards saying that he's going to pull out a card that's going to confirm all this in some way or connect to all this in some way. Which one is it? What if I don't pick the right one? There's so many. Ooh. Well, we're not going to go with doubt. We're going to just decide that what we are claiming up here is going to happen. So this card will automatically come out now that I set the intention. It just will. What is it? The nectar. What is the nectar? You know that this is the inside of those trees. You know that that's what that is. The nectar. Look at it. It's right there. The nectar is that when you chop that tree down, you get the rings of the tree. This is that cross section. Literally. I'll hold it up for you. The nectar. It's the cross section of the tree. Right? And you let out what? You let out that yellow right there. That's the miracle. That's your innermost self. This is the core of who we are. The iris in the world. Look. All the little dots here are all the little points of what we're putting in the world. This black and white flower of duality. We live in the world around us, as this miracle, and we want to bring all of this light, all of this root chakra, and the orange, the sacral chakra. The pink is the root, and the orange is the sacral mixed together with that yellow, that joy. We want to bring all of that into the world around us, world around us, world around us. We are the world. We are the world. We're colorizing the world when we know who we are as that miracle light. It's when we go and we try to compare ourselves to others, that's when we just stay stuck in this part of it, this dark part of it. We're like, oh, there's nowhere for me to go. Oh, why can't I be like other people? Oh, I'm reaching for what? For darkness. Don't do that. Know who you are as the miracle, that light within. Then go out and be yourself. Do whatever you're inspired to do, whatever you're being intuitively led to do. Pull another card, Brian. Show us more. Fine. What's this one? Playtime. What? Time to go out and play. Play the role of you in the world. You're changing your you in the world as a personal self, represented by this mermaid, and then you transform with the light and you become like a dolphin. Ooh, you become a new creature, a fantastical creature that can dip their head up into the stars and get some type of a inner voice going on, that inner voice and inspiration. Then they come back into the world again as the mermaid again, as the spiritual self combined. This is who we are, a spirit and a self. Now, if you want to talk about comparisons, compare these two things. Here's us in the world as a solid, formed self, compared to us as a green heart chakra spirit, going up and then bringing things down from that light, We are that miracle. We are that miracle. As we're following that inner voice where the dolphins are swirling around and they're going up into the white light and getting what we need. And what are those two entities? You and you. You as that spiritual being and you as that self in the world. You're the lovers. You're the two halves that make this whole heart that allows you to lift up on your wings of having that energy and the ideas that you want to bring down into the world. They will come to pass for you when you know that this is your identity. The reading is for you. It's about spiritual living. It's about waking up spiritually, knowing you are a spiritual being, having a human experience, knowing you're a miracle, not comparing yourself with others anymore. When you're tempted to, you don't have to. Instead, be like, wow, that person's doing something cool. Let me admire that. Let me reflect that back to them. Let me say, oh, you know what I really like about that? This. If you do that, then you will take in their light and then you will put out more into the world. And this relationship of reflecting the light and the words is going to lift you up. That's your wings. Whoa, it's so goody good when we are free to be who we are. Let's just pull one more card and see what we got. I'm glad that you're here. Subscribe to this channel. Listen to it every day. Hit the bell. There we go again, self-care. Here we are again, pulling this card out. It came out in a reading recently. The self-care card is just showing you, then be that lotus in the world and be that light chakra. Be that what? Be that ring of we are the world of all the colors being integrated as that one lotus flower that continues to bloom and blossom all day long. That's your personal reading from a spiritual angle for you today. Think about this reading, reflect on what stood out to you. If you write about or talk about what stood out to you, you're going to articulate it and the words are going to expand it for more people to understand and share in the light that you bring. Then you're just going to get more and more of what you want out of your life. It will just start to happen on its own because as you share authentically, you are bringing light down through you, and it's watering the heart seeds, things that you really have, that you really want, that we can't get. We can't just go out and get those things. We can't make those things happen. We have to share light. And as we're sharing that light, I lost that Lover's card. As we're sharing that light, it waters the seeds of our heart, and those things come back as personal reflections in the world, as circumstances. We are the world. Ooh, take care, have fun, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video. I'll see you soon. Take care, friends. Bye.